A horrific accident. A car crashes into a motorcycle on I-17, and the man behind the wheel of the car was a veteran DPS officer who admitted to having a few drinks before the accident. This crash put the Department of Public Safety in an awkward position. They had to investigate one of their own officers. Today, DPS released its report on what happened that night. Allie Rasmus is live now with the story.
The report gives us a timeline from the night of the accident. Around 1 a.m., Officer Aguilera left the bar. 20 minutes later, he crashed into the motorcyclist on I-17. And around 5:45 in the morning, investigators tested his blood alcohol level, but that was nearly 4.5 hours after the crash. Officer Aguilera's blood alcohol level checked in at .05. That's below the legal limit. But he took that blood test almost 5 hours after crashing into this motorcycle.
It's somewhat unusual. You don't see that in a majority of the cases. Typically, the police officers attempt to get their evidence within that 2-hour period.
Within 2 hours of an accident, not 4. The delay seems unusual to Mark Streech's family, too. Streech was the guy on the motorcycle.
I wonder why they waited so long. If it was anybody else, it would have just been, we're taking it, it's done. You know, everybody.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so.
According to the report, Aguilera was remorseful at the accident scene, telling his fellow officers that he had seen the guy on the street, he knew he had been drinking. He then handed an officer his badge and said, "Take me away." Doug Schwab is a DUI attorney. He says the blood test delay does make a conviction tougher to get.
It's certainly not as easy to prove a case when the blood has been taken outside the 2-hour window.
But Schwab says there are ways for experts to crunch the numbers and estimate how drunk someone may have been at the time of an accident.
A calculation can be done that will relate back that blood alcohol level to a specific time period.
We made several attempts throughout the day to try and reach the Department of Public Safety to ask them about the delay in the blood alcohol test, but we've had no response from them today. Troy Nisi, back to you.
Well, Allie, what does the victim make of all this? I understand he lost a leg. What does he have to say about all this?
You know, I don't know what he has to say specifically because he is still recovering. He's had about a dozen surgeries in the last 2 months. We did talk to his family, and they had the same questions that we outlined in the story. So everyone associated with the victim seems to want to know what was the reason behind the blood test delay.
Allie Rasmus reporting live. Thank you, Allie.